how good you are in cricket, you'll get the offer, right? Because these three things are very critical. So hope that answers the question, Amit.
Yes, I think it very well answered the question. There are many more questions here. The next question, which also relates to the price issue that you mentioned, Dharmendra is asking, can this HoloSuit technology of full body tracking be affordable enough for masses, such as the VR glasses that we see? If so, we believe that it will completely change our lives.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, that is the intent. So that is why we are actually building all of these things in India, and we are constantly working on making the cost significantly lower. And we have multiple tiers of it, and we are also looking at putting it like it's a shared resource, right? So if there are 100 students who come to a school, and if we put it in one lab, then compared to what all it can create, right, the cost is just negligible. I mean, it's like it's not even a rounding error, because over a period of time you'll be able to learn everything. Imagine being able to learn anything in the world for $1 a day, right? Sorry, $1 a month, or 70 rupees a month. So all we are
That's
looking for in the
that's really good. I
next
think
10 years
that
is
kind of
the
cost is affordable by
world's
anyone.
knowledge, whole world's knowledge being in your kind of holosuit, in your suit, in the next 10 years for 70 rupees per month. That is our goal.
All right, wonderful. So the next question is coming from Dr. Gulshan Sharma. Dr. Gulshan asks that gamification in education in today's times is the most important. What are
Yes.
our efforts in reaching out game making companies to make positive, innovative games?
So in fact, we are going massively into that, because I am putting all my efforts, and we are doing gamification in a way which is unheard of. This is, I mean, people are kind of, we will show you some examples of that, which is going to completely, so we are going to enable everybody to build, not just as a gamification, they will actually build the robots in the virtual world, and then we will ship them those real components, and they can build it in the real world. So it, we will actually transcend the boundaries, because the problem with current gamification is whatever you learn, it's still kind of, they just take the existing set of knowledge, and they will try to kind of teach you that knowledge through gamification. We are not looking at that. What we are looking at is, we don't want to teach you how something was solved in the past. What we want to teach you is, we want to like make you an inventor. So this is practical education for inventors. So we will be teaching you all the basics and giving you new problems which have never been solved before, so that you can kind of invent your way out of the future, right? Because if we teach you skills which can help you invent anything that you want in the world, then most of the world's problems can be solved this way. That is our vision.
Okay, all right. So if we can take some more questions, Harsha, Anjali is asking about some institutes where we can learn video editing and VFX and VR.
Oh, Sharda University, of course, right? So
Yes,
definitely,
Anjali,
I think
you
like
can learn. Yes, you can learn at Sharda University as well. But there are certain more. There are many more actually institutes which are available within India as well as across the world for video editing. I think Google will help you in that a little more. This webinar is most. I mean, we are concentrating on HoloSuite as a tool for augmented and virtual reality. So we'll keep our questions to that. Abhishek is asking, is there any role of animation in augmented reality and virtual reality?
of course, that is huge. We have hired a lot of animators, and there is, you will start seeing most of this content. It is actually created through animation, and we are actually making a lot of breakthroughs in the animation, because traditional animation actually breaks down when it comes to augmented reality and virtual reality. So we need new paradigms, we need new techniques, we need like new paradigms, right? So that's where HoloSuite comes in, and that's where we are creating a new platform. HoloSuite is not just the jacket or the pant, it is actually a platform. So we are bringing in tools. You start seeing a lot more. So Amit, what I would suggest is maybe we can go for another 10-15 minutes, like let people see a few more things, and then we can come back to this questions,
That will
because
be
I
great.
think
That will be great. So
many
I
more.
think you can continue, and we'll hold the questions for 10-15 minutes now.
Thank you.
Oh yes, there is an used.
So it's already being used all around the world. So for example, Indian Defense has used it to allow be controlled remotely, and they can go and put out the fire. Italian auto manufacturers is using our suit already. They are using it to train all their factory workers on how to make engines, assembling all these things virtually first. The entire factory can be virtualized and people can be trained on how to operate in that factory. So our aim is to basically hire 1 million and skill 1 billion. So instead of using machines to take away human job, we are using machines to give back jobs.
It won't be long before virtual and augmented reality are a part and parcel of the home environment.
Whatever you're seeing in the 3D world is the exact representation of whatever is there in the real world.
What about the medical industry?
We have already tied up with one of the best neuroscientists in Bangalore itself, Neuro Rehab, where we are helping all these patients with disabilities to regain their body motion by retraining their mind. One of the best doctors in UK is partnering with us. So cadavers are so expensive and you get to do it only once. Instead of that, we are creating virtual patients where you can practice 100 times. If you cut the wrong nerve, it will vibrate.
This is incredible. This is so cool, man, this stuff.
Okay, so now you can see the loading screen.
Yeah, oh man, yeah. I'm actually there in the HoloSuit cricket.
So this is virtual reality where you are transformed to a different world, right? You are kind of completely gone. You cannot see anything in the real world.
Can my team see this? No. I don't know where the camera is. Where's the camera? Oh, okay, thanks. So I'll tell you what, the reality is there's a red color background which doesn't look that great. But in here, I'm looking at mountains and all that. This is nuts. Ah, he's come.
You can turn around, look at everything. You can look at the whole story.
Oh, this is incredible, yeah. Oh God, I hit the stumps.
So you got out.
Correct, out. There I am, I'm out, yeah.
Yeah, that's the point, right? Let's train you and make you hit a 4.
Okay, where are the stumps, but? Acha, the stumps have come back. Arey, Baba! This guy. Just 1 second, Baba. Why is this guy bowling? Yeah, I'm not ready. Wait. So how do you tell this guy to bowl slow? Can you tell him to bowl slow?
Yeah, you hit it. You can see it actually went to the 4.
Yeah. No, it's gone for a 4. Bold. Game over. I scored 8 runs. Okay. It's not all fun and games with the HoloSuit. There are some serious and important aspects and applications to this technology. Oh yes, there is an engine, yeah.
And you can move around, and you can if you turn a little left, it will tell you what to do. Go and pick up that stuff.
Pick 50 Nm HP pump pulley.
Yeah.
With your right hand.
With your right hand.
Press the button.
Press the button and yeah, you
I
picked
took it. Oh my God, huh? Oh my God, I fit it in there. What am I exactly fixing again?
This is how engine assembly happens. This is exactly how people work. These are actually real versions.
Oh, I left it in the midway, okay.
See, now we have taken you inside a submarine. You can turn around.
That's me!
So you can turn around, press those buttons, just go up a little and then press on it. Yeah, now it's pressed.
Oh my God, this is done, okay.
See, now you use the other hand. Now you're launching a torpedo inside the submarine.
I don't think anybody else would trust me with the submarine, guys. Thank you.
Yes, you pressed it. You launched the submarine.
Yeah, I'm glad I only destroyed the...
So great. So now we will look at Darth Vader, right? Let's say you wanted to bring in Darth Vader into your home. So that was my dream for a long time. Whenever I watched Star Wars, I wanted to have an epic fight with Darth Vader. So I said, okay, with HoloSuit, let's make it happen. So here, what you're saying is actually my living room. I mean, this is my library. You can see all the books and things. But then with HoloSuit, what happens is that you can bring in Darth Vader right in front of you and you can start fighting. And this time it was my wife, she became Princess Leia and she started fighting. And the best part is after the fight is over, in the same scenario, everything gets recorded and you can replay it And when you're replaying it, it's not like a video replay, right? It is something where you can actually go around in any angle and see it. So it's not just where you saw that from when you recorded. It is like things are going to get projected again into the same environment exactly where they were. And let's say you had shot like a movie like this, right? Then you can change the camera angle later on by kind of recreating. It's almost like a hologram, right? Where so now you see, when I'm replaying it, I'm actually going all around. So when I was playing, I was only playing from one angle, but now I'm actually, if there was enough space, I could have actually gone to the other side as well, and I could have seen like Princess Leia's face, for example. So this is the power of mixed reality, augmented reality, and HoloSuit. Similarly, like, how many are like interested in like flying drones, right? So this drone, it looks very, very interesting, right? So we have like these drone controls. There is a mobile phone, and through the mobile phone, you are controlling this drone. But what is special about this drone? This drone is actually not a real drone. It's been superimposed or augmented on top of the real world. And it kind of can go around, interact. If you increase the speed, you can see like, oh, it's actually going up, it's going down, it's moving left. And we are creating battle bots. We are creating a whole set of things to teach people how to build these type of things. So in the interest of time, I'll skip like a few things. So this is actually my 3D model. So we not only kind of like capture your body movements, we capture you as well. We can create full-fledged 3D models of you. And what is the advantage of that? The advantage of that is, like, I will show you what is the advantage.
Introducing HoloSuit, which virtualizes your entire body and allows you to interact with the 3D spaces around you naturally by touching the nearby objects, pointing to the faraway objects, and feeling those objects through the haptic feedback. Similar to how capacitive touch changed the way you interacted with the 2D screens, HoloSuit will cause a paradigm change in the way you interact with the 3D spaces.
HoloSuit captures your entire body motion, including fingers, head, and foot, and can transfer it to an avatar or robot in real time. This allows humans to operate humanoid robots, leveraging the same tools which are built for humans in Firefight. Comes with options for 26 or 36 embedded sensors and 9 haptic exciters distributed across both arms, legs, and all 10 fingers, combined with 6 embedded buttons. You can combine HoloSuit body motion with facial tracking features of smartphone and create full-fledged animations. HoloSuit can capture your body motion with incredible precision.
In fact, we had the honor of showcasing HoloSuit to A.R. Rahman sir, where he looked at like how we can actually virtualize playing piano, right?
Even play piano with it and capture every note.
So here you can see like why it is important to virtualize the body, right? So you can see his face is actually the same face. We have captured that, and we will be able to kind of move his hands and move his body. And once we also allow 3D motion. It is not just that, okay, wear the HoloSuit and you can actually move around only in one place. We also have positional tracking. So if you are actually moving forward or backward in the real world, the character will move backward or forward in the real world.
Can you move forward?
Somebody may say, oh, how accurate it is. Will it actually come back to the same position? So here we are actually showing you a video of how we even have finger tracking, right? So we have gloves which can track you, and like you can suddenly become like a Bruce Lee now. So you can see like we are doing some karate moves and capturing all the moments in 3D, and like wherever your body is moving, it is actually, so you can potentially even learn karate. In fact, we have tied up with the 10th Dan of karate from Japan, who's already used this HoloSuit. And like this, we are also tying up with yoga masters. So the applications are enormous. So this is where we have actually walked around multiple times, and you can see the path is the same. So this shows that accuracy of HoloSuit position tracking, right? Because you want to end up in the same place when you're going in a figure eight situation. And this shows what you can do with the HoloSuit based face tracking, wherein you can now character control. I mean, this is all instantaneous, right? You just take it, like put it, like put the HoloSuit, put this thing, tuck, tuck, tuck. You control the body, you control the face, and suddenly you can create a movie like Kung Fu Panda, and multiple characters can also come together simultaneously, right? Because HoloSuit has all these interaction capabilities. So now I can probably take a few more questions. I'm sure there will be some interesting questions.
So I think people were just waiting to punch upon that opportunity, Harsha. And your products, your work, simply amazes me, man. It is very, very good and simply mind-blowing what you presented right now. There was obviously one technical glitch that people were complaining. Some of them were complaining that the video was hanging maybe because of the bandwidth. So I request those who are seeing some technical glitches, I request you to be in a place where you have got good Wi-Fi connection, because these videos are obviously requiring a little more of bandwidth. Now let's come on to some questions, Harsha. We have got, more than 170 participants, and I've already got 50 plus questions at hand. So Abhishek Simran is asking me. Uh, uh, this is a great start, but one question: do you think expanding HoloSuite is eliminating the traditional animation? Is expanding HoloSuite eliminating the traditional animation? All right.
That's a great question, actually. So if you looked at how originally, like the original rotoscope animation, right? I don't know whether people are really familiar with how animation started, wherein in Disney, like when they did the Snow White and Seven Dwarf, they basically had like a human character, and they were seeing the human character through glass, and the human character would do each of these poses, right? And every pose, they would basically look at that through the glass and then trace it through. It was called rotoscope, and it would take a long time to create like a movie, right? It would take years to create something like Snow White, and it required a lot of people to go and sketch. So now with like HoloSuit, compare that to HoloSuit, wherein like you can wear this thing and do the stuff, right? So the question is, where is the creative part? Is it really in kind of actually moving the body, or is it in how the body moves, how you produce? So is it really the mechanics of the stuff, wherein what we are trying to do is you can now make your movie perfect, right? You can spend a lot more time and energy on making something look like Avatar. I mean, even a home studio can kind of look like an Avatar movie, compared to something wherein like you could obviously tell the difference between like something which was made on a low budget versus a high budget, right? So what we are creating is we are opening up the opportunity for a lot more people to become animators, because right now very few studios like can afford to have animators. Now animators can themselves create these contents. They don't have to work for really big studios. So what HoloSuit does is, because see, in film production or creating, like you still have to create a 3D character, right? So you still have to kind of actually, so the concept, what you are trying to accomplish, that you can focus on rather than the mechanics of how, whether it did it properly, whether it had some weird things, whether the animator was able to, because it's not just animation, right? It's not just about moving, it's about the concept. That's where I think I would kind of focus on.
All right. So I think we'll take another question here. It is a very interesting question. We have a filmmaker. You have possibly met him. Sanjeev Soodji, he's from Bollywood, and he's asking that how HoloSuit is out there to replace the green screens in studios.
Yes, hello, Sud sir. It's an honor and a pleasure to have you, and I really enjoyed our time together. And yes, so HoloSuit, the best part about HoloSuit is that traditionally you required a huge green screen, right? Because let's say a person was actually moving around. Let's say it was an action sequence, or like something like a javelin throw, right? So you needed, like, if you wanted to motion capture the whole thing, traditionally the way you did was you actually put like all these markers, and you had to have a series of cameras everywhere, whatever was the length of the movie, the single shot that you wanted to take. And now you would have to spend like minimum like $500,000 type of thing, right, to get this thing done. But with HoloSuit now, all that person has to do is just wear the HoloSuit and start running and throwing the javelin, and everything else is already taken care of. We convert that and we can make him look like a different character. We can make him look like a Goliath. We can make him look like anything. And then because of positional tracking, which we added, like the size of the green room, you can just go to a field, a cricket field or a football field, and just start recording, right? Because you don't need a background screen anymore, because the entire character is now virtualized. So you don't need to kind of eliminate things like in traditional scheme. The way you do it is you kind of do the chroma keying and you eliminate the background, right? Why do we do that? That is done because you don't want animation when you want to superimpose or change the things and you want to track only the dots. You don't want anything else to get tracked. But with HoloSuit, because it is all built in, right, you just wear it and you're good to go. Like there is no external camera which is required. So it is all like your shirt becomes your tracker, so your pant becomes your tracker. So you just wear it and you start doing whatever you want, and it'll capture that entire moment.
All right, all right. So I think that would have answered Sanjeev sir's question. We have also seen this live in action. I'm very sure this can be used very professionally in upcoming times. So next question is coming from Amandeep. Amandeep is asking, if we use VR illusions in home environment regularly, will it affect our health?
Haha. So that's a very, very interesting question. So uh, the when we are kind of doing AR, right, where what I showed, wherein you are trying to kind of superimpose, where you have a glass or something, or you're using your phone and then you're seeing through that, and you're superimposing a lot of these augmented reality, mixed reality thing. So that actually is not very bad for your eyes, because if you look at like the glass and things like that, what we are doing is like most of the real world is still preserved. So virtual reality, you cannot be in virtual reality for very long time, right? Because you are like your entire vision is blocked. So it is not recommended to be in virtual reality for a long time. There are use cases for it, where for short periods of time you can stay in the virtual world and use it. But in augmented reality, the nice thing is, let's say, and in fact in the future what we are envisioning is like a hollow glass, right? The HoloSuit, it just comes up and there is a glass attachment to it, wherein if you are in your home and you want to kind of go into Harry Potter world, right, then you kind of just make it into VR, and then you're now suddenly in the Harry Potter's like world, where you have gone into that school. That entire experience has changed, right? You're completely like in a different world. Whereas let's say you just wanted to play Pokemon, then you just go outside your home, and that glass, it will show you the real world streets and all, but it will also allow you to kind of pick up a Pikachu, and maybe your friend will come and he will start fighting with you, right? So it will kind of be a very different kind of experience. And over a period of time, you don't maybe even need to wear anything, right? Because there can be holographic projections which kind of come on top. And so there are a lot of advancements in technologies which are already happening, which kind of make it much, much, much safer compared to, I think. And the idea here is there are two types, right? One is like the mental stuff, and the other is the actual physical stuff for the eyes, right? So with respect to both of them, a lot of progress is being made, and especially augmented and mixed reality produce much less strain on the eyes, because most of the real world you'll be seeing only some parts will be changed, right? So that kind of gives your eyes a lot of freedom.
All right. So next question is from Ria. Ria is asking that apart from gaming industry, can this technology be used in fashion industry as well?
Of course, we are already using this in multiple domains. For example, let's say I wanted to try a different jacket, right? I wanted to see a suit or whatever. So because you already saw like how I scanned my model, right? So let me share my screen again, wherein I had shared my model. I had created my 3D model. So here I had created my 3D model, right? So now imagine this shirt. I can now replace it with like a jacket or anything, right? I can potentially put like a Nike shoe or a Reebok thing. So all of that can just instantly. So once now that I have my 3D model, like I can just wear anything, and then wearing the HoloSuit, I can move around and look at it and see how it moves. Like let's say you have like a sari or something, right? How it moves also is important. So that also you can test using the
I
HoloSuit.
think that gives me a great idea. We can recommend this for some Lakme Fashion India or something similar, and they can
Yes.
hold their next fashion show somewhere, with the help of HoloSuit.
Yes, definitely, definitely. That will be fun.
Especially during this pandemic time, I think it is going to be fantastic for everyone. So if we have more time for questions, Harsha, can we take some more?
Yeah. Let us take some more, maybe two more questions.
Two more questions. All right. So one anonymous attendee is asking, you mentioned a point of gamification with HoloSuit. I have a question that can we create 3D characters, environments, and props in the virtual world? Would it be really amazing if we could do that? I think you have already answered that, and I think that can be done.
Yes, definitely.
All right. And next is Vikas Goswami is asking, which industry is going to be the game changer in future VFX, graphics, or 3D?
Which industry? I'm not sure I understand the question.
So I think he wishes to ask which companies or which products or which platforms are going to
Yeah.
be game changer of future VFX.
Yeah, so in VFX, like if you look traditionally, right? So initially Disney was a game changer. Then Pixar came around and kind of completely changed the way, right? So then, I mean, Apple kind of is doing a lot of innovation nowadays. And we definitely hope HoloSuit is going to be one of those things, right? So even Technicolor is doing a lot of very, very cool stuff. I mean, that's why we are really looking at like a combination of these things. And it is not really about the specific company, it is about the trend, right? What is the technology trend? So if you understand what type of technologies you have to weave together and learn those things, it could be, some of it could be manufactured by Apple, some of it might be by Technicolor, some of it might be by HoloSuit. But the idea here is if you can learn the right blend of the technology so that you can do what you want, because mm, usually only one company may not be able to provide you all the solutions. So you have to kind of pick and choose a few different things and blend them together. And of
All
course,
right, Shubham.
Unity and Unreal, I mean, these are things that, like game engine wise, like you have to really learn.
All right. So Shubham Rai is asking, sir, can we replace rigging by this HoloSuit? Do you think it will make animation easy by just
Yes,
acting
of
and not
course.
doing it on computer?
Yes, of course, of course. So we have this auto rigging feature and all, wherein you kind of scan the character and so there is a lot of, yeah, see, HoloSuit is not just about the suit. It actually has a lot of, I mean, we are basically an AI company where we are looking at the human, and not just humans. You'll later on see we are also looking at animals and many other things, right? How do we kind of virtualize the world, virtualize the characters in the world, and virtualize the interactions between these characters and understand them, make them better? How do you make you a better karate player, right? Let us say we kind of create like a Bruce Lee and he comes and fights with you, just like I was fighting with Darth Vader, right? So you can be fighting with Bruce Lee, but this Bruce Lee is going to very nicely observe how you are moving. He's going to figure out, oh, like you have some weakness on your left side, and he'll start attacking your left side. So your defense will become better and better because he will kind of find out what your weak points are. It's going to be an AI based thing which is going to start kind of understanding your every move and then attacking, and also training you, figuring out where your strengths are, where your weaknesses are in the real world, and making you better.
All right. So a very interesting question I see here. You just mentioned that HoloSuit and VR and AR can help creating jobs. Upar asked that won't using HoloSuit in 3D industry, manual rigging artists are being replaced with motion tracking animation who use the gear similar to HoloSuit. So replacing the people who are already working and manual rigging artists, is that possible with? I mean, would that
Sure,
happen?
sure. See, the idea here is like we had like a lot of people who were doing horse buggies, right? And when the car came in, they became car. And then when autonomous cars are coming, they find other opportunities, right? Like we had people who were doing like typing. When computer came in, like that got replaced, and then when voice recognition came in, that got changed. So with every technology and every new thing which makes our human life easier, there will be certain jobs which will kind of become redundant, but there will be lot more jobs which are more exciting, which are more higher paying, which will get created. So that is why upskilling becomes very critical. Create better skills.
All right. So, Harsha, a lot of academicians are also attending this webinar.
Us, and we will see if there are some media and entertainment council may have certain things where they may provide some things, like wherein they may provide some facilities for you, and even others may provide, because the idea here is how do we make sure that, like, our mission is to hire 1 million and skill 1 billion, right? So in whatever way we can help you, please get in touch, info@holosuit.com, and we will, and also kind of if you can um, connect to me on LinkedIn. There are various ways, because the idea here is uh, HoloSuit is like a one-time investment, but the kind of things that it allows you to do will kind of recoup the investment and many times more within like a few months, right? Because the kind of things that you will be able to learn and the kind of things you'll be able to teach in your college, in your school, it's like you can bring the entire world, right, and show that. And you can create so many things that the people who graduate from your institutes will be like getting like paid like heavily. And we ourselves are looking for so many interns, so many full-time employees. So the moment you start, I mean, putting this HoloSuite in your institutes, we have a preference for hiring from your institutes, like hiring not just for us, but also for so many of our partners. I mean, we have partners all around the world who are looking for these type of technologies. So I think please do get in touch with me. I have kind of shared the email ID info@holosuit.com, and I would be happy to talk.
And I would like to add to that what Harsha was saying. I have known Harsha for some time now, and what I like about Harsha and HoloSuit is their human approach and how they are working to help the humanity in a larger picture. So people, educators, academicians, if really you want to tie up with HoloSuit, please get in touch with Harsha. We at Sharda University already begun that process and would also urge you guys to do that. Harsha, do we take more questions or we can proceed
I
with
think
your
we can
presentation?
proceed. We'll take like, I think maybe after another 10 minutes, we'll take a few more questions.
All right, all right. So let's proceed with your presentation now.
So yeah, so how was like the traditional animation industry, right? Like, let us look at it from like a person who wants to create a movie, right? It was so difficult. There were so many stages in times of trying to create like a movie, that like most people could not afford to make a movie, right? Like a good looking like a movie with kind of, which you kind of see on Netflix or on this one, it is too difficult. But with HoloSuit, what you can do is you can just kind of like virtualize the world. You can virtualize, we are also building technologies which can just build 3D models of anything, right? Let's say you have a model car of Mercedes, you just, or a Rolls Royce, you just take like a 3D scan of that comes into the virtual world. We allow you through HoloSuit to go and edit it, because HoloSuit is not just for kind of tracking your movements, right? It also allows you to go and edit worlds, edit things in 3D, because it's the best interface in 3D. So the problem is right now we have been using 2D interfaces like mouse and keyboard to do a lot of things which are not efficient. But if you actually go into the 3D world, you can actually sculpt in 3D. You can kind of create, use your hands and do so many things in 3D. It becomes very easy for people to be able to kind of uh, take things from the real world, make it virtual, and then all these processes kind of get converted to this very simple thing wherein you just bring everything into this virtual world, kind of plan your anything, create virtual cameras, and then start the movie production. And so previously, if you see, there were so many 3D devices, there were so many input devices. So all of them kind of now become redundant and gets replaced by HoloSuit. So you don't need like 3D cameras, you don't need this 3D stylus, you don't need motion capture markers, you don't need the space mouse, you don't need like special motion trackers. So all of these things kind of get replaced. And similarly, you don't need like a fitness tracker, you don't need a VR controller, you don't need a joystick. Your body becomes the natural interface, right? You just go, and it's not just for one person, right? Like like 2 or 3 directors and the film, like the choreographer, everybody can be in that virtual world seeing the same thing, and they can see their own virtual selves kind of going and editing the scene, right? So instead of going and kind of trying to create this huge set of Taj Mahal in the real world, they can just go and virtually just kind of at a click of a button, they can bring in Taj Mahal. And the best part is, see, that is where it differs from green screen, right? Wherein if you did something in green screen, you could only kind of put the Taj Mahal behind your characters. But with HoloSuit and our 3D approach, you can actually make the characters go inside Taj Mahal, and the Taj Mahal will occlude them, and you will be able to go and actually make them go and dance inside Taj Mahal, right? So like Anarkali and all these other like old movies, you can actually even create some special lighting effects. So many things can be done where you can combine the real and virtual worlds. So of course, I mean, these are the sensors which we kind of place and the haptic devices. And we also have individual kind of trackers. If you wanted to track like, oh, how does a horse move? How does a cat move? Anything in the world you can kind of track. So this is another thing where I had the honor of actually using my robot in Kaun Banega Crorepati, where Amitabh Bachchan ji wanted to have his friends kind of virtualized. So instead of calling a friend, now we enable your friends to come virtually. So this is a new form of entertainment. That's why I said AR, VR, robotics, AI. I mean, it's all rolled into one, right? Is my sound shared? Let me make sure my sound is shared. Okay.
Harsha, we could hear you. I think there was no problem with the sound.
Oh, okay, excellent. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure your the computer sound was.
ये है रोबोट दिख रहा है इसमें एक बार रोबोट महाशय नमस्कार मिस्टर बीबी आप इधर जरा घुमा के दिखाइए इन लोगों को विश्वास नहीं हो रहा कि ये रोबोट है ये देखिए और उधर घूम जाइए बस थैंक यू मोहम्मद इम्तियाज भाई हमारी आवाज आ रही है आपको चेहरा भी दिख रहा है इम्तियाज भाई हमारे सामने असमा जी बैठे.
As you can see in Kaun Banega Crorepati, they were able to use this robot and bring in the person virtually, right? So instead of the real world, this is like one of the best instances where you can actually, I mean, even now, if we had that type of robot, I mean, maybe like I could have come virtually in Sharda University and I would have actually moved around and I would be sitting right next to Amit Chawla sir, right? So similarly, like Google CEO Sundar Pichai asked me, oh, I have been invited by Shah Rukh Khan ji, but I cannot come. I am stuck in US. Can we, I mean, this was before coronavirus, but still he was stuck because he was very busy. So he asked me, can you do something? Can I come like in the form of a robot? I heard you're building all these cool robots. Can I come virtually? So I said, why not? And this was in Star TV TEDx. So you can see how entertainment is kind of really getting into robotics.
We want to welcome on stage Mr. Beam Probot.
So this is the same robot that I think I was there with friends to Modi ji, right? So this is the same robot.
Wow,
Wow.
Yes, fantastic. Welcome to TED Talks India. Nayi Soch, Sundar. How have you been?
Very, very good. It's been a while since I've seen you. I heard you were doing a Ravan sequel audition. That's why I'm here.
Before I start talking with this wonderful, because a lot of people are going to watch this on television, an idea worth sharing.
Time to think.
जाने से पहले Sundar, can I stand in front of you? Am I blocking this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Jing, chick, chick, jing, chick, chick, jing, chick, chick, jing, chick.
So
chick,
robot dance,
and
right?
I will give.
So now we actually switch gears, like, and see how it can be used in sports.
That's what you're looking for. We will also use HoloSuite body analytics as a tool through the course. You can have access to a motion capture suite. With this, you can play in your living room or at your local academy and send me the files. My team of experts will be able to analyze your game and give you personalized feedback. The suit will also be able to simulate a stadium setting from wherever you play. I think what I've really loved about coaching is the
So similarly, we introduced in Mysore, like the world's first robotic chess coach, where people from Russia, grandmasters, could come and teach. In fact, we are planning to have the Stanford VR professor come and teach potentially in Sharda University and many of our affiliated kind of things, right? Wherever HoloSuite goes, we want to bring in the best from the world and share. I mean, even Professor Sood can potentially come and teach in our kind of in Mysore, right? We would love to have like all these things happen where the world is connected. And why limited to this small robot, right? So when you think, I want us to think big. So this is a 17-feet robot which I launched at CES, which I am controlling, and you can see my face over there, and I'm driving around, and you can see how small the humans are. And all hail the So when I showed it to our politicians, they were just blown away. They're like, oh, we want this in all our political rally. We want to use these robots. It will be the best entertainment. Like we can go and talk to anybody, and we don't need to have security or anything. We can just go and like talk to anybody and like listen to them. So I think similarly, this is a pet robot, right? Entertainment robot, which I built at Microsoft Robotics for Bill Gates, wherein it's a robot which basically goes around. It knows like it can kind of go and get you coffee. It can go anywhere. It can play movies for you. It knows the entire map of your house, right? So it will also avoid obstacles. So as it is moving around, it is the yellow thing is the obstacle thing, right? So it is detecting where humans are, avoiding them, going to different places. Green is the path. So we can ask it to go to a kitchen and bring us some coffee. And similarly, this is like a robot wherein, like, what if we had a robot which you could completely control both the legs, the hands, and the head, right? So this is the same robot which we shook hands with Prime Minister Modi ji, Honorable Prime Minister. So you can see even we added the finger control, where we can actually control this robot through the HoloSuite, just like we are moving. And now it will walk a step forward. So you can see the head turning left and right. If you walk forward, the robot will walk forward similar amount, the same number of steps. Steps to make sure the same amount of distance is covered. So with this, we can probably take some questions. I'm sure there will be some questions.
So many of them actually, Harsha, and I would request all our participants to ask the questions only on the Q&A sections. I'm repeating this because a lot of questions are coming on the chat and on private windows, so please don't do that. And I would request you guys to ask the questions to the panelists only through the Q&A section. So the next question is coming from Pushkar Srivastava, and he wants to know what is the ideal computer configuration for such high-end applications?
Oh, that is a very good question. So actually HoloSuite works on even a Raspberry Pi. So we have made it so lightweight that if you want to get all the information, you can just use like a $10, $20 kind of device, and it will just stream all the data and you can store it. So right from that, but for 3D and graphics and all, when you're trying to process, you may need like a higher end. So HoloSuit itself does not require you to have any high-end device. Even it works on a mobile phone, right? So even on a low-end mobile phone, you can just connect and you'll see the avatar and everything. So we have made HoloSuit itself extremely lightweight. But if you want to do some fancy 3D graphics and lights and post-processing and things like that, you will definitely require like one of the graphic cards, right? Like either NVIDIA or AMD, one of the big like companies graphics cards, and like which are DirectX 11 capable. So there are certain things that you would want to have in your graphics card, like shader capabilities and things like that. So a computer and also a lot of memory, like 32 GB, 16 GB to 32 GB of memory, right? So your RAM and the speed of the RAM, the speed of your graphics card, like those things kind of matter a lot. So I think hopefully that answers the question. You are muted, Amitji.
So sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I hope you can hear me now. So I can testify, as I was saying, because I have when Harsha came to Sharda University before the lockdown, I had worn this suit and I had experienced the entire setup myself in my television studio, if you remember, Harsha. And
Yes,
we could see that the entire setup was, I mean, it could come in a 8x8 kind of a room, and it was not very heavy. It was a very lightweighted setup that Harsha was carrying in his backpack. So it is very interesting to see how this technology is changing, how we look at the world. All right. So Vinu Bajaj is asking the next question, Harsha. Vinu is asking, do HoloSuite has a module for VR for running setup in production rooms like studio for vision mixing, sound consoles, etc.?
Yes, most definitely. In fact, some of the biggest, I cannot name them, but some of the biggest guys who are running some of the biggest cricket shows and all, they are already kind of working with us on kind of doing this type of thing. So we do have those capabilities. So we are connected with like the producer of the largest YouTube content creator, right? Like One Digital Entertainment, which has over 2 billion minutes of YouTube videos per year in India. So they are using us. They have 1,800 celebrities. Zenga TV is using us. So there are a lot of people around the world who are kind of using it in production.
All right. Prasad is from gaming background, and he tells me that he has been using Unreal gaming engine
Yes.
for more than 5 years, and he also mentions that he has gone through your website and sees that HoloSuite has been using Unity. He also
We
wants to
support
know
Unreal as well. We have Unity and Unreal support.
all right, all right. So I think that answers his question.
Yes.
All right. So all right. Now, the next question comes from some anonymous person. The name is not mentioned. How is the animation used for Kerkorate? Sorry, if I'm not able to understand this. CARECTORCE. What is that? Is that something related to some technical jargon related to animation or?
Is he trying to say
reality?
choreography or something? Like, is that choreography? I don't know.
No, I don't think it's choreography. All right, so I'll ask this person to repeat the question and be more specific while asking question. Gurmeet Singh Arora is asking, can these courses be offered through Government of India sponsored skill development training programs? Are you planning to do that, Harsha?
Yeah, I mean, that is why we are partnered. We have already partnered with Media and Entertainment Skill Council. So, and this effort, what we are taking here with Sharda University and all is part of that whole thing, say, trying to kind of figure out which of the universities are interested. And there are some things where the government of India is going to actually subsidize the internship at HoloSuite and many other places. So we will have a lot of, I think that's why I would request all of you to kind of connect with us at info@holosuite.com, and we already have like MOUs signed with Media and Entertainment Skill Council and many other agencies. Like we
Wonderful,
have been
wonderful.
officially selected as a mentor for startups by government of Karnataka. So we won 2 startup challenge awards in a row. So that's why I think there are a lot of things which kind of we work very closely with the government.
Right. One question is coming from Rajiv Kumar. Rajiv Kumar is from iZomes, Noida, and he wants to know how your technology can be helpful in media education through virtual reality or HoloSuite. Well, you answer that question, then I'll also like to add on to that.
Sure, sure. So virtual reality, see, if you look at like what HoloSuit does, it basically virtualizes the body, right? So your body kind of goes into the virtual world, and then you can go and create, for example, if you want it to be something like the Avatar character, right? So in the Avatar movie, it was done for about $100 million, right? With something like HoloSuit, because they use like all this motion capture technology, and they created, or even a lot of the links, if you take any of these like sci-fi movies where there are these, or even Star Wars, I mean, many of the things where you have different characters that you have to control. So we can now like do all of that using the HoloSuit, and especially we are creating something called the HoloWorld, where the best part is you can go, this will be your other world where you can go and virtually have a home. You can go and like create like different things. So this, let me just share with you, I mean, this is actually probably a good point where I can show this beautiful thing that we are kind of creating called the Hollow World. So let me just share with you how this Hollow World looks like. So this is a virtual world where if you wear the HoloSuit, you will be able to go into the spaceship, and you can go around and explore various robots, look at them from all the angles, understand how they are moving, what they are doing, and understand their mechanisms very closely. And in the virtual world, we will also allow you to build these robots. I mean, these are some things which we are collaborating with multiple universities, where they are kind of teaching these robotic courses, and you'll be able to program these robots as well. So the best part is, like, once you kind of connect with the HoloSuit, the virtual world and the real world become synonymous, and we will teach you how to build. I mean, this is one of the oldest like robots that Da Vinci had built, right? Leonardo da Vinci's Mechanical Knight. So you'll be able to go in the virtual world, see it in 3D, as well as you can kind of go into the augmented world and play a lot of games, build these things around. So both virtual world, and you can also go not just from the past, you can even go into the future and start learning how to build robots of the future, right? Let's say you wanted to build like a mule robot, an advanced mule robot. So you can actually go and look at all the different action, how does it work, where are the different camera angles, and we will teach you step by step everything. Wherein if you wanted to build like a transformer robot, how do you even go about it, what are the different parts if you wanted to build this type of robot. So there's a lot of very exciting things which we are kind of planning for the universities. And I really hope that this thing kind of just goes to every college, every university, because the potential is just unbelievable as to how much we can kind of get these universities to benefit from this.
Wonderful. I think you have answered all the things very very well. But I just like to answer a few things. I mean, I'd just like to add to that. See, Rajiv ji, when we are teaching as media professionals, as media educators, so when we are teaching camera or other techniques where we want students across the table, what happens is that we have to have a specific learning environment. And when we were discussing it with Harsha when he came to Sharda University, we were planning to create this kind of a virtual world where we have a simulation set up, and people can wear those holo suits and create those kind of lighting setups, understand the camera angles and understand how they can operate various aspects of camera, how they can hold the mic, how they can, so a lot of media aspects in education the tie up with Harsha and his team. And thank you so much, Harsha, for coming to our university and amazing us with that wonderful presentation of yours. Now, there are certain questions, Harsha, which are coming, which are relating to your suit specifically. They're asking, how heavy is the suit? Another question, which is
the modules that we use, they are already FCC certified, and they are all passive kind of sensors, right? So they don't, the sensors themselves don't emit any radiation, and even the vibrators, they are just like, I mean, when you use your phone vibration, right, it kind of vibrates, or when you kind of like use like any of the, it's like a normal mechanical vibration, right? So there is nothing kind of outside like the normal way that something vibrates. If somebody is coming and shaking you, how would you feel? Exactly like that, right? So it's like, so that I don't think there is like any reason to actually think about these things, because as I said, we are already using FCC approved model. FCC is the agency in US which approves safety things.
all right. So Amit Singh, who's heading the animation team of ours, he's also here, and he wants to ask that how soon we'll be in position to see an Indian version of Avatar with the VR and your technology.
Yes, in fact, I mean, I cannot disclose that we are working very closely with one of the top guys in this thing. So yes, like keeping fingers crossed. I think that should happen very, very, very soon. That is the aim, that we want to create something spectacular, something much better than anything which has ever happened before.
Let's hope we see an Indian version of Avatar through HoloSuit very, very soon, Harsha.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So Ismail is asking a question which is a little technical. He says that how this technology renders so quickly while wearing and working with it.
So we have actually optimized this. So I have about 44 patents on all these areas. So I have worked a lot on codecs. So if you're like most of the video that you see, like all the video in Windows, whatever you're playing on your Windows computer, the code actually is written by me. So I was part of the Windows Media Codec. So I worked a lot on, and I even won gold star from Windows President Steven Sinowski, because I worked on this entire rendering process. How do we take something, which compress it, render it? So I have a lot of experience in building these type of systems. And then of course I went and looked at how the robots process it, right? So I worked on all the different aspects of the human eyes, human ears, human legs, human hands. So what I've tried to do is in HoloSuit capture the essence of that human being, right? How do we capture that essence and then virtualize it and capture it in the minimalistic point of view? That is why, I mean, if you look at traditional gaming and all, like it takes too many points. Like you have 52 points like throughout your body you have to put, and then even then it does not really give you like a very accurate image, right? Whereas with HoloSuit, it is just like you wear this jacket, you wear the pant, you're done. So that is why it is kind of very lightweight, because we have taken a lot of engineering effort and pain to make this that way.
I agree. Ajay is first of all complimenting you, Harsha. He's saying that HoloSuit is stepping up time. You are doing a fantastic job. And there are so many compliments which are pouring in the Q&A section as well as in the chat section. Among the per hours, do you have any faculty training program as well?
Yes. In fact, we have a 4-year program, and like 4-year program, like a BTech, BWalk, 3-year BWalk, and 4-year BTech program. And as part of those programs, we do faculty training as well. So whichever institutes get affiliated with like HoloSuite for their entertainment or robotics or AR, VR, any of these fields, right? There are so many fields in which we can actually collaborate. So in those fields, we actually train the faculty also on utilizing this. In fact, one of the models that we do is we actually, along with the HoloSuite, we actually provide like a person who is really good, I mean, who has been trained on how to maintain HoloSuite and the related all the accessories. So and we provide it at a very, very reasonable cost. So this is one way of of generating employment. So when you kind of get this ecosystem, you don't just get this HoloSuite and you have to worry about how do I maintain it. You also get like a diploma person or an IT person who will maintain all these things and who will collaborate with you, with your institute, to make sure everything runs smoothly, right? So you won't have any headaches. So as part of this partnership that we do with the universities, we provide not just, it's not like, oh, we hand over the HoloSuite and we are done. We will actually give you this like peace of mind that everything is going to really work as you want it, because somebody will be there from HoloSuite side who will take care of all these things for you, and we will train you
Okay.
as well periodically.
All right. All right. So one of the faculty of Institute of Art and Design is asking that is HoloSuite compatible with 3D software like Maya?
Of course, yes, yes, yes. It is totally compatible. In fact, we internally develop a lot of things using Maya and apply HoloSuite on top of it. So
And
definitely.
similar question is coming from a lot of people, so I'm just clubbing them. So the question is that what skills do we need for using this suit as well as to train our students?
Yes. So in fact, one of the things that I am doing is I'm doing something called the HoloSuite Yatra, Robo Yatra, which is uh, every week I want to give like one free session for a university, right? A school or a college or a university, where I spend an hour or two and go in detail and talk to them, figure out what their concerns are, show them these things, maybe train them on a few things. So whoever is interested, please kind of do. We have a Facebook page, so you can just facebook.com/holosuite. So you can kind of just go there and kind of sign up with us, or even send the email to like info@holosuite, and we would love to kind of have, and if there is enough interest, we would also love to come and kind of give like a live demonstration and things like that, right? So we can do, I mean, right now we are kind of doing the Zoom call, but then next time we can actually have somebody wear the HoloSuite, show you through the whole process, right from you booting the computer to using the different software, how does the entire workflow happens, as well as, I mean, whatever questions you have, right? So we want to kind of do this thing with each university, because each university, all the students and the faculty members, I want to talk to them and figure out. So whoever is interested, please get in touch, and I would love to kind of interact with you on this and see how we can take this forward.
Great, great. I think it's a wonderful initiative, Harsha. We have already answered more than 50 questions, and it is more like a rapid fire than a webinar that we are currently having. But I'm very glad that people are so interested and so into learning about the new VR and AR technologies and about HoloSuite. Because we are running a little short on time, so I would request you, Harsha, now to give your closing remarks or your closing presentation, and then possibly we can,
Sure, definitely. Thank you, Amit. So this is, for example, a way in which like we can have a robotic cameraman, because robotics can be used even in production, right? So similarly, like we can use like robots for entertaining guests. So there are a lot of ways in which I think like people can use and combine a HoloSuite and robotics and AR and VR. This is another thing which can actually track you around, right? Like if you looked at movie Gravity, it looked really cool because a lot of robots were used in the capture process. So people kind of, because they are behind the scenes, people kind of don't understand, and we have a lot of these capabilities in terms of robotic capabilities for the entertainment industry. So this is one thing which I think is very exciting. So one more very quickly which I wanted to show you is in skill development, wherein if you wanted to learn how to drive a tractor, right? So you just wear the HoloSuit, go and start driving. So in the virtual world, you'll be able to drive the tractor, you'll see the baler, and then the best part is that like you can actually go and in the same small space, you can actually go around and adjust the tractor, and the things are so fine that you can even go and like pick things up using your fingers, right? So this is the kind of interaction we can allow people to have in their virtual worlds, and that is why we believe that anything that you want to learn, you can actually learn using the, and anything you want to teach. So this becomes a very nice medium for people to kind of come together, especially in the COVID scenario where they may not be able to kind of do this thing. Imagine if our teachers had this HoloSuit, they could just go into the virtual world and start teaching these type of processes, right? So we can create whatever environment they needed and they will be able to learn. Similarly, they can control drones. They can go and like go into like a volcano type of experience. This is again a new environment, right, wherein our students can go and explore, or even for just entertainment purposes they can kind of go inside a volcano. So I think that's about it. I mean, I just wanted to thank everybody and say this has been a wonderful, wonderful experience, and I really look forward to kind of hearing back from all of you. And this is where, I mean, globally you can see everybody has covered HoloSuit. And thank you very much, Chawla sir, and Arpanesh, and the entire like Sharda University and Media and Entertainment Scale, and all the audience who have come and asked such pertinent questions. I am very honored, and I look forward to hearing from all of you.
Wonderful session, I must say, Harsha. It was a great session and lovely hearing you all the time. You already had one fan as Amit Chavla when you visited Sharda University, and I'm sure that today more than 150 students and participants in this webinar were all, all made your fans, with your presentation on HoloSuit and on or AR and VR technology, and so much gratitude from all of us for giving us such an insight to the world of VR and AR. Now, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Media and Entertainment Skill Council. The Media and Entertainment Skill Council is doing a fantastic job in last 1 month, and also I've seen so many good webinars which are being organized, and so many good tie-ups, and bridging the gap between what is the industrial demand and what is being offered by by the universities and the institutions, and they are joining all of us together on one platform. And hats off to the Media and Entertainment Skill Council for that. The Vidyadan's platform, I'm very sure most of you know about it, but for those who do not know me, Vidyadan is a platform where industry professionals are coming and addressing people who are aspiring to enter into the world of media and entertainment. And this is one thing that is something which I was finding missing since the last 18 years that I've been into this career of media and entertainment and mass communication. So great job with Vidyadan and MESC. Great works about these conducting of webinars. I hope a lot of other webinars are also conducted in future. Harsha, thank you so much once again. People who do not who joined in the middle of the session or who want to know more about HoloSuit, please go to the website of HoloSuit, which is holosuit.com, HOLOSUIT.com, or on the website or on the screen which is being shared with you. You can see the email IDs and the website and the social media handles, and you can go there and get your all queries sorted. There are so many queries which are pouring in, which have been pouring in for the last 1.5 hours about courses that we run in Sharda University. As I said, this is not a platform for me to tell you about the courses that we run at Sharda University. For any such thing, you can go to our website, which is sharda.ac.in, or write to us at admissions@sharda.ac.in, and you'll get answers to all your queries. I think I'm coming to the close of this webinar now, and my sincere, heartfelt thanks to Mr. Mohit Soni, the CEO of Media and Entertainment Skill Council, to Mr. Arpanesh, the Vice President, and Pooja and the entire team of the Media and Entertainment Skill Council and Vidyadan. On behalf of Sharda University, on behalf of my school, which is School of Media, Film and Entertainment, on behalf of all the panelists, I thank Harsha once again. And thank you so much, attendees, for asking so interesting questions. I think it was a great learning session for all of us. With this, I would like to request all of you to stay at home, stay safe. Thank you so much. Namaskar.
Thank you, everyone.